this fancy whiteboard actually rotates, so I do have a cleaning schedule for a lot of the racks. But what's on there is our group buy and kind of a time frame. So it's September now, October, mid-October here, it starts to really cool down. And temperatures are dropping now during, once the sun goes down, we see temperatures 70 and below here. As October rolls through, it will start to consistently drop and we'll see low and low temperatures. So as those temperatures drop, it will also give us a little bit of breathing room to start the proper ventilation system in place without having a bunch of stuff just kind of laying around. That includes bringing in engineers, that includes bringing in more equipment, getting people on the roof, getting holes cut in the roof and things like that. So we have between, say, mid-October to March, April, before the temperatures start to climb again here in Virginia. So that's our time frame. That's kind of what we've been shooting for getting the 1500 kVA 100% consumed, and then starting the process for the 3500 kVA second half, or part two, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and if you guys are in Discord, I've been kind of giving some brief updates because I know some of the things I've said with hosting and just the farm in general. We are, we have goals that we have, and we need to meet at some point. We are not restricted in power whatsoever. That's the last thing we're restricted on right now. We have more than enough to continue adding for those that want to continue adding. The only hesitation that we have when it comes to continue to add is just heat management and airflow, which again, me and John are already focusing on that. So as you guys are looking to, host some more machines, we're ready, essentially.
I mean, if you guys want to see the temporary stuff that we're doing, keep in mind, like I said, it is temporary. This is stuff that Mark and I are just putting out there to kind of, put a Band-Aid over a bullet wound, if you want to use that terminology, as we move into the colder months and the engineer comes out and, so we start designing our full evacuation system for the air.
Well, I mean, you can take in consideration too, like the way that we're setting it up temporary is one of the stages of how it's going to be permanently. I mean, we have like the way the aisles are set up now, right? They need to move in a little bit, and then we need to add the next aisle next to it. But essentially, like what we're putting in place temporarily right now, rack wise and where the machines are sitting, it's just it's stage one of what the permanent plan will be, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a whiteboard?
I'm going to try to. Let's see if we can do this. I mean, I'm pretty, we polished off that case pretty quickly. So, share.
Boom, you got it.
Okay, it's flashing on my side, so it looks horrible for me, but hopefully I won't have a stroke.
Seriously, dude.
Let's make sure our brushes, let's go. All right, so here, building outline, right? There's our facility. We have bus bar to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are all our bus bars. There is a divider in the building here, support for the building. GPUs, GPU are here. Those are all running on 150 amp drops. We have a rack here on 6, and then we have a rack here on 4, and then we have the GPUs like this. Currently, all these racks have airflow going in this direction. Okay. We have a garage door here. That's currently where a lot of our air is being pushed out. In the future, we will have racks going the whole length of that bus bar. But our next two build outs will be here and here. So we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those airflow is going to go this way. I probably should be changing color as I go to make things a little bit simpler, but
Yeah, it's good, dude. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm following along.
all right, I hope you guys are all following along.
Yeah.
So that's kind of more or less what we have going on right now. We're probably going to put a divider here at some point, just to kind of separate the GPUs because they're a little more sensitive than the ASICs. But as of right now, this is more or less what we're doing for a temporary setup. As we build out and continue, these racks here are already at 600 amps. To do the 1200 amps, we need to have another rack. Once these are complete, this whole area here, this is going to be your hot aisle, and hot aisle. Okay. Those all need to go up and out for evacuation. And then over here, we'll have our 3500 kVA building out over there.
Now do the color blue and put the exhaust fans. Add them.
Exhaust fans. Okay.
Those will be in the roof. And yeah, we're still torn between 3, maybe 4. Obviously, the more you can do, the better. But we only need so many because we're going to be shutting that down. Similar, if you guys have watched like the Hobbyists recently or DJ Mines, they went and toured a facility in South Dakota or one of the Dakotas, and they built aisles. They had fans, 60,000 CFM fans. We don't need that much, but essentially that's what we'll be doing on the top of the roof. Those type of fans is blowing that air out constantly.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to create a small area to evacuate the air so that our AC units, the 125,000 tons of air conditioned air we have being pumped into our space, is cooling down the machines, and that there is a negative vacuum in our hot aisle at all times, pulling that hot air away from the machines faster than the machines can spit them out. That is the overall plan. It's about creating efficiency. When we have that vacuum inside of our hot aisle, the fans have to do less work pushing that hot air away from the machines. So your fan RPMs drop from, say, 100 to 80. Our goal is to get fan speed down to 80 and have the exhaust fans doing the majority of the work, pulling the air through the machines and up and out. It's all about efficiency. These machines are fantastic about pushing air away from them, but we want to make the machines more to focus on hashing, not so much pushing all the power towards the fans.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to create more efficiency for the machines. And then when the fans aren't spinning as much, even though it's, micro amps we're talking about for these fans, I think 420 millimeter fans only consumes maybe an amp, 2 amps, 3 amps roughly.
Yep.
So, but if we can reduce that by a fraction for each machine, that's power we can save on our bus bars and our drops, creating less of a load on our system. So it's all about compounding and reducing.
Good job.
Stop sharing, please. All right.